Well, welcome everyone. This video is going to go over the worksheet that you're going to be doing today. It's applications of similar figures. And you can take notes on this video. It will help you and it'll also count for part of your grade. Again, we're just going to be using similar triangles. And so let's go ahead and get started. So suppose you want to use the shadow method and estimate the height of a building. You make the following measurements. You have a stick here that's 3 meters high. Let's go ahead and zoom in and we'll label that. And all this really is just using similar triangles. So we know that that stick is 3 meters high. The length of the stick shadow, so the shadow right here is 1.5. And then we go ahead and look at the clock. The length of the building shadow is 8 meters. So the shadow right here is 8 meters. This one is the new, and this one is the old, going back to our scale factors. 3 over x has to be proportional to 1.5 over 8. We'll go ahead and do our cross product. 8 times 3 is 24. X times 1.5 is 1.5x. Now we just simply have to divide by the 1.5. And we can get out my calculator. And let's go ahead and finish this. 24 divided by 1.5, and I get 16. So the height of this clock here is 16. Okay. This is the same idea, except just a little bit different. And the fact, instead of having a shadow, what we have is a mirror that's been placed so far away where this person can stand in a vertical position. He can look down at the mirror, and then he can see the height of the stoplight. Now this is a 90-degree angle right here. There's a 90-degree angle right here. So the idea is if you have two triangles that they have congruent angles, it means that the two triangles have to be proportional. The height from Jim to the ground to Jim's eyes is 150 centimeters. So this height right here is 150 centimeters. And then we know the distance to the center of the mirror is 100 centimeters. And then we look at the light. The distance from the middle of the mirror to a point directly underneath the traffic light right here, that is 450 centimeters. Our unknown is h over here. I will take this to be the new. This will be the old. So remember, going back to our proportional statements, it's the new over the old. We'll take 150 divided by h has to be proportional to 100 divided by 450. Go ahead and take the cross product. I know that will be 100h. 150 multiplied to 450. That's 67,500. So 67,500 equals 100h. Divide each side by 100. Now I should be able to figure out how high it is from the ground to the top of the stoplight. I'll move out 2 decimal places, so it's 675 from the ground to the top of the stoplight is 675 centimeters. Okay. And I'm going to trace this out in red. And this piece right here, the width of the Brady River from right there to right there, is unknown, and I will just call it W. We know that the height here for this triangle, this is a right angle right there. The angle right here will be found in both of them, so we have a similarity by having two congruent angles. This triangle, we will have 15 for this height. We'll have 28 plus 7 plus 8 plus W. So this entire width of this triangle is 43 plus W. This will be 7 plus 8 plus W. So the length of this side here will be 15 plus W, and the height will be 8. We'll take, let's take this one to be the new one, and this will be the old one. 15 over 8 has to be proportional to 43 plus W over 15 plus W. Cross multiplication, 15 times 15 I think is 225 plus 15W is equal, let me move this over here. Well, I know 8 times 40 is 320, and then 3 times 8 is 24, so that has to be 344. So 344 plus 8W. 225 to 0. This is gone. Let me go ahead and subtract 8W from each side. We'll get W by itself by dividing each side by 7. And we get W equals, might have it still in my calculator, nope. So divided by 7 is 17. The first time I did this problem, it looked like that was a really, really large number, a 17-mile river. That's just really kind of crazy. So what I did is I checked it. So 43 plus 17, that would make this entire river here like 60 miles. It make this entire length here 60 miles, right? 15 plus 17 would make this 32. So for me to check this, what I did is I took 15 over 8 has to be equal to 60 over 32. Because I know these things are proportional. I have 60 divided by 32. 1.875 has to be equal to 15 over 8. And it is.